Anyways, I kind of took four because I'm not caught up in his magazines. Like, usually I'm caught up in every one. And then I'm gonna read this one, which has Link from that new Zelda game. And then this is the one that focuses on Overwatch. Anyways, I got to the page in this book that was really interesting to me. And I don't know if I want to read that, but I like this quote. Telling stories without words, like, it's hard to even imagine that because for the longest time we've read stories with words, and that's kind of how manga is, because I've seen an American girl go to manga school, and I think they didn't write the words in the panels, but the teacher's like, hey, express the emotion in your character without the words. That you can add words to say, hey, this is what they're saying, but I want you to give me the emotion through your picture. Manga is really strong because the emotion in the characters' faces, like, you can see that they're angry. So I think that's what's one thing that manga is kind of good at, facial expressions. And like, I really do kind of correlate this quote with that. I thought that was interesting, and I thought that was an interesting concept. I'm going to continue reading this. Well, not really looking at it. Kingdom Hearts 3! I didn't know they had a section on Kingdom Hearts 3 in this book. Look at Sora Bay! Look at the bay! Is it Kingdom Hearts 3? Is it coming out in the near future? I knew that. I don't know why I find that so funny, but it's funny because if you guys are not following Kingdom Hearts games, like the major ones, they don't come out until like 10 years after one is made, so that's why it's so funny to me. It's quite sad that Pokemon Sun and Moon got an 8.5. Like, that's still a good rating game-wise because it's almost a 9.0, which is a really good rating, but I don't know, I just find that really sad. I don't know, just because a reviewer gave it an 8.5 doesn't mean the game is bad, because everyone's experiences are different from each other's. So that's the reason why I really don't like reviews sometimes, because it kind of misleads you to think, hey, this game isn't as great as you think it is. That's why I don't follow reviews. I follow my own personal opinions. So if you guys ever read reviews and a person's like, this sucks, I didn't like about this, the story's bad, play the game for yourself and get your own opinion, because you can't follow someone else's. Because if you follow someone else's, you would think in their expectations, and that's why I don't look at any reviews. I don't look at reviews for animes. I don't look at reviews for mangas. I don't do that because I want my own opinion, and then I'll come back and then I'll say, hey, maybe I can relate to this person, but I'm not going to follow that person's. Oh my flipping gosh, look at this person's fan art of Link. Ah, and this person in the book was like, move over, Noctis. There's a new brooding boy band star with magnificent hair in town. So basically, they're like, Link is like the greatest competitor to Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. Ah, this person's fan art is so good. I wish they gave like links to these people's social medias, because I would most def follow this person. That is like a beautiful fan art of Link. Like, I legit can't. Official magazines, if you send in your actual fan art to them, you will not get it back. That means, like, I'm not talking about digital because you can always have a copy, but with physical fan art, if you send that into them, they're not going to send it back to you just because you wanted them to grade it for a magazine. That's not how that works. And look who we have here. We have Noctis. There's the Bay. Look at this Bay. Noctis. He's so pretty. I can't. Okay, so now this is the part where it talks about the top 50 games of the year, and I really like this person's statement about Final Fantasy 15, because a lot of people, I guess, not a lot, but most people are just like, oh, it's not like Final Fantasy, it doesn't have the same elements of the game, but this guy was like, the one thing that makes this game succeed is because the people experimented. Yes, if you play this game, you're probably gonna be like, oh, this doesn't feel like Final Fantasy, but I really like how they went outside the box with this game. So I just like it a lot, and it seems like a very fun game to play, but I'm just not a Final Fantasy person. I like seeing the game played, but I don't think I could play it myself because I always had that stigma that it's going to be really hard and I'm not going to beat it. So I kind of stick to my strategy platformers, which is Disgaea. I'm trash, I know it. Alrighty guys, so these are the paintings I did in my painting class. I keep forgetting to show you, but I don't know if Instagram would let me show you, so this is going to be on the vlog. So basically I only kept 4 because we only did 4 major paintings and the other ones are kind of just practice. So this painting we actually had to get objects and then just paint them basically. So this picture is all done by glazing, which is basically taking the slow dry medium and putting paint in it and makes a beautiful glaze. And my teacher really liked this one. He says I am really good with glazing and it's all shiny. Here is actually when you actually don't blend your paint. You just put a color there like you see it. So it's like an abstract way of painting, which I really liked. He didn't like this one as much, but he really did like that one. This one actually is when we had to take different scenes from our environment and put them together like a picture. And basically all of these things are from my house. Like legit, that's a house that's down the road from me. You pretty much get the point. But my teacher really liked how I did that because I didn't blend any of that. So this is one of his favorite paintings. And this is actually my final painting that I did. And I will explain it more in my comment section below. But yeah, I really like how this one turned out. But yeah, that was my final project. And again, I'll explain it in my comment section below. Alrighty, so my iPod died on that part, but basically you get the gist. That's my paintings from my painting class. I had a lot of fun in that class. Like, this is going to be the part where I kind of reflect on my painting class. Like, at first it did start off slow because my teacher, he's really cool by the way, I love him. But he basically started off with the basics of painting, and I could tell like everyone in my class was just like, geez, I want to be like painting like on canvases. But I really do, like, I really did like the fact that he started off with the basics. Like, he basically says, we're going to start off like you don't know how to paint, and then we're going to stop with you using all that you've learned, which was our final. So, basically, we started off with making different colors through grayscale. Then we moved on to, like, color. And then we learned how to mix colors to make another color. And then that's when we started doing our actual paintings because we knew how to control our colors and how to make colors, which was pretty fun. So I really liked it. And each assignment we had a week to finish. So a week really isn't a lot of time because we only met 2 days out of a week and our classes were 3 hours long. So basically we only had like 6 hours and some change each week to do a painting. So it's really, again, not a lot of time, but my teacher did stress to us to work on our paintings at home. But with college, guys, you can't do that. You can't be like, oh, I wanted to work more on it. Here it is. If you sit there and get your assignment in a day late, that's a letter grade. So that's the reason why I'm like, college is a little bit more of a responsibility than high school, because with high school, your teachers will let you submit stuff late. But college, you can't do that. If you submit your stuff late, it's like legit a letter grade. So that's the reason why I'm so stressed out with college, because I really want to do a good job, but at the same time, it's kind of hard. And I really like, for the fact of our final project, that we actually chose what we wanted to do. I guess I could explain it here. So basically what I did for my final, like, I really wanted to pay attention to criticism in the art, and I actually did get help from my friend Harushines. I will link her stuff in my description box below because she's like the most amazing person. She's such a sweet being. But like from her, I learned a lot of things, and she's very knowledgeable on art, so I just really give her kudos for that. So I took what I learned from her and I did my thumbnails, and my teacher was like, hey Narelle, you're looking at this a little bit too literal. Think outside the box and think how you can use that to illustrate what you want to do. And he was like, he was so down with my idea, and I just could not figure it out. Like, I was legit halfway through that class. Again, we had the whole period to think of what we wanted to do. And so I didn't really get my idea until like the halfway part of our class. And I'm like, hey, what if I could do art styles? And I'm just like, hey, what could represent differences in art styles? And I was like, dolls. Dolls, there are some dolls that are pretty and they cost really expensive, and then there are some dolls that people wouldn't waste their time on buying. So I'm like, art styles. Some people have really good art styles that people love, but if people have like a different art style that's not accepted, people won't waste their time on it. And my teacher really liked it. He was like, hey, Naro, out of this class, you're one of the only people that has really good storytelling through your art. And I'm like, that makes me happy because that's really what I want to do as an artist, like tell a story through like art so people can get it. So and I actually put those dolls, as you saw in the other clip, on the same shelf because just because they're different doesn't mean they're different. They are both dolls. They both come and they both sit on the same shelf. It's just that people choose one over the other. So that's just the point I really wanted to express in that painting, and my teacher loved it. He did say I should have added a little bit more shadows in some places, but other than that, he really liked it. So that's a little bit to explain, but I really hope you guys get it. Like, that's just how I feel with art on YouTube. People lean more towards one thing, but if it's something different, they're just like, no, I'm not going to do it. But you have to remember, we all come from the same place. So are we really that different? Alrighty, so I forgot to state this, but as you saw previously in this vlog, I started watching Barakamon, which is actually a really good show. I'm only going to insert a few clips because I know how some anime companies are. If you put their shows in your videos, I just got to make sure, hey, I don't own this. I just wanted to put it in my video because I love the freaking show. So, basically, Barakamon is about a calligraphy artist who lost a contest. And he was like, hey, I thought my calligraphy was good. Like, why did I lose? And the one of the judges was like, hey, your calligraphy looks like an out of the book style. Like, is not original for me. So that's the reason why you lost. And he just could not accept being called a copy artist. So he legit smacked the crap out of that guy, and his father was just like, hey, go to a different town and see if you can, relax and see if you can get motivated to do your own calligraphy. And that's basically the story. So he's in this new town and he's basically new in the area and he's getting used to all the people there. And I just love his relationship with this little girl. I think her name is Naru, which is really cute because one of my characters' name is Naru, but the little girl's named Naru. And basically him and that little girl are really close because that little girl, even though she gets on his nerves basically all the time, she's very supportive of him, and she legit gives him enough courage to do what he wants to do. And I'm just like, that is so sweet because not a lot of anime shows how little children can affect your life. So I'm really liking the aspect of a grown adult getting life lessons from children because you can learn a lot from a child. Alrighty guys, so I'm gonna make some pancakes. This mix is expired by like 6 years, but if my stomach erupts tomorrow, then that's my fault. But yeah, I'm not gonna waste it like I did the other pancakes I did 2 weeks ago. So hopefully this turns out really good. I'm not gonna use the amount that they say to use because I'm just making enough for me. So maybe I'll do like less than a cup of mix because I don't really eat that much. So hopefully it'll go well. I'll tell you if I succeed or not. Alrighty, so that was a bummer. And I just got me like a fruit cup that I usually eat when I go to school. So I think my grandma won't mind. But that was legit the worst pancakes I've ever had. Like, they tasted good going in when you chomp them a couple of times. But like, that aftertaste though, that's when you can tell they're really old. And I'm just like, I don't want to get sick from eating them. So I just stopped. That's just what had to be done. So, sad life of Nairo. Couldn't even enjoy good pancakes. Alrighty, so I had to get my vlog up for tomorrow. I think I'm just going to do them weekly. JMI said that, so I'm going to do it because I feel bad because everything that happens in the vlogs happened like 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, that's not recent. Thank you guys for all the nice comments. I think I'm going to feature people that comment on my videos and my vlogs. So thank you so much for all your nice comments. It really does mean the world to me. Alrighty guys, so that's basically it for this vlog. It was a lot of footage, no lie. I actually had to cut out a lot of footage because I'm like, it's long enough. 17 minutes is too long for a vlog. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, hey, we don't care if it's like an hour long. But to me, I feel like that's enough. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stay tuned to my next vlog. Bye bye.